Altıda aramızda bir 6 şurada bir aramızda bir 10 dakika 5 dakika sonra dönmüşüm. Ondan sonra açmadı. Meşgul bir telefon. Ne yapalım ya? Sıradan bir gün yani. Kızla bir geçsin. Yemek
India Technical and Economic Cooperation Program, and it's an assistance program of the Government of India to share our development experience. And it follows, as all of you know, the philosophy of sharing the best practices to establish relations of mutual concern and interdependence based not only on commonly held values and principles, but also on an economic foundation. And we believe, and it brings about a certain sense of solidarity and camaraderie. ITC is essentially a bilateral exercise, and we have an understanding with the Turkish government with whom we operate this. However, it also works on an inter-regional basis, and there are many regional organizations, for instance, ASEAN, BIMSTEC, the Mekong Ganga Cooperation, the African Union, also with some of the UN bodies like UNIDO and WTO, with whom we collaborate on the ITC program. And today it's become our flagship with many of these flagship project with many of these organizations. And we work across the world. As Nandu said, we work in 161 countries, but I think some of the really interesting projects that have come up have been in collaboration with countries in the continent of Africa. We have some with the Caribbean, the small island group, with the Pacific Island group, and we sometimes design specialized tailor-made programs for some of them. The ITC program has a training component which includes both civilian and defense training. We also do projects under ITC. In Turkey, we just have the training component for the civilian side. The ITC also includes deputations of Indian experts to certain countries. We sometimes organize study tours. We also do some of our humanitarian, the disaster relief work with ITC specialists, and sometimes we even set up small projects. This year, we launched a couple of new initiatives which are in the digital platform. Some of you might be aware that we had an e-medicine and an e-education program which we had launched with the African Union some years back. And this year we've launched two new ones. One is called e-ITC, another one called ITC Executive. e-ITC is a digital platform, so you don't always have to then travel out, and it's done through long distance. And ITC Executive, as you know, the ITC program is for a limited span till the age of 45, only once by a nominee, and it was not available for a second time. But we have now relaxed that so that some of you can go for extended or continuing programs of an advanced nature for a second time as well. And I think from many of the ITC alumni in the past, and we've now started this. Till now, we have had about 12,000 people who availed of ITC, and we have 300 different programs under which they attend. These programs, as you know, are ranging in duration from 2 weeks to up to a year, and they're all at the premier institutes of India. So, and of course, later on we will look forward to hearing your experiences of how it was over there. The range is enormous. So, for instance, we have ITC programs on parliamentary practice, entrepreneurship, in the technical side, marine and aeronautical sciences, solar engineering. We have programs for journalists as well, which they go for. And I think what it does is it provides an opportunity for an exchange of ideas. So we don't see ITech as a one-sided program. We actually benefit enormously from your experience and your participation in the ITech programs. The day is that for both sides, it does improve efficiency, brings about a certain sense of innovation and competitiveness. I've been very privileged to have the opportunity to have shared the experience with about 350 Turkish officials. This is under ITech, ICCR, and some of the other programs that we have. I'm happy to share with you that till now we used to have 20 slots annually for ITech, but starting this year we will have 25 slots. That's a 25% increase in the number of slots for Turkey. And we hope that we would be able to have a full utilization so that we can expand this even further. As I was saying, other than ITech, we also have the ICCR scholarship, and some of you are ICCR scholars, undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral work. And there are some professional programs also which ICCR provides funding for. We also have a program for Hindi studies, and this is primarily for our students at Ankara University in the Department of Indology. And over there, again, we've been able to increase the slots from, it used to be 2 till last year, but this year onwards we will have 5 slots for Turkey for the Hindi scholarship. And we are very excited that we've had the first Turkish student going to India for the study of Ayurveda. It's a new field, and I think it's come under the umbrella of our Ayush department, which is Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, and it looks at traditional medicine and practices, which is gathering great interest in Turkey as well. So once again, thank you all for coming to this ITech Day interaction and celebration. I would also wish to invite you to take part in the various activities of the embassy. We have a range of cultural activities. We have regular yoga classes and a monthly Bollywood film show. The film for next month is Awara, and I understand that there are 2 sets of people in Turkey. One set who swear by Awara, and another set who swear by films done by Amir Khan. So we have had a couple of Amir Khan movies, as you know, but then we thought we should look after the other group as well. We really believe that you are all the ambassadors, our Turkish ambassadors of India in Turkey, and we look forward to continuing this exchange. I just wanted to share with you, because when you would have traveled to India on ITech, there was a different logo. This is a new logo that has been introduced this year, and as you can see, it has the musical instrument. It's called the veena, and the veena is in India known as the musical instrument associated with Lakshmi, or the goddess, or Saraswati, the goddess of learning. So it is, the veena is actually a musical instrument connected with education, and the 7 leaves are the 7 continents. The 7th continent, of course, being the new one that has been created because of pollution, that we need to be very, very conscious about and raise our environmental consciousness. And then there is India at the heart of it. And it also carries the colors, which are saffron, white, and green. So welcome once again to ITK. Thank you very much for coming.
We, of course, needless to say, we regard India as a very friendly country and also a rising global power. And we are willing to further our cooperation with India in every possible field based on a mutually beneficial basis. In the fields of science and education as an important pillar of our bilateral relations. and we closely follow and appreciate scientific developments in India, especially in the field of energy and technology. But I happen to learn just today that this ITEC program is not limited to these positive sciences, so it has a wide variety of disciplines which these scholarships are granted, and I'm also happy to learn about that. And beyond that, of course, we are also happy to see that cooperation between Turkish and Indian companies are in all these areas are developing. We are also glad to see the Indian side shares the same desire of technological cooperation with Turkey. And I'm also confident that this cooperation will lead to further accomplishment and may also generate other areas of our mutual interest. We have signed several documents in the past few years, especially in the field of scientific cooperation between Turkey and India, between our relevant organizations, TÜBİTAK from Turkish side. And also, you may remember, most of you, when President Erdogan visited India in 2017, he also underlined Turkey's desire to develop our relations, especially in the field of research and development. So I think all these ITEC programs will also help in achieving that aim. Not only enough to sign these documents or make these nice remarks, but also we have to translate all these documents and good words to deeds. And I believe through this program we will be moving in that direction, these fields. I believe that all the ITEC trainees, alumni will constitute another important link between Turkey and India. As the Ambassador said, I was going to say that, but you are earlier than me. You all are, I mean the alumni, are in a way now the ambassadors of India and Turkey. So, and you will have more. And judging from the reaction of the audience to your announcement that you will be increasing the numbers of scholarship and also lifting this one-time limit, it seems that it is being very popular, and all those people who are, some of them are present in the room today, have really benefited and liked the program. So our 96th anniversary of our Republic this week, but also I think earlier this week you celebrated Diwali, the festival of lights, and I think I would like to express on this occasion that the philosophy of Diwali, which is, of course, I'm not an expert in that field, but as far as I know, which symbolizes the spiritual victory of light over darkness, I believe, knowledge over ignorance, good over evil. I think it is very relevant also with the fundamental aim of this program, and we hope that through such programs and through the contribution of all these men and women who attend these programs, we will be hoping to reach that aim, that ideal. Of course, it's not easy, but we have to make the effort. Once again, thank you very much for inviting me, and I wish you all the success.